got to talk about the most recent news that's going on. You saw the video, and we went back and forth on how are we going to change that. But a new dawn, a new day. Washington, no hesitation in this offseason. They hired Bob Myers, a special consultant, as special consultant, former GM of the Golden State Warriors. And we get Adam Peters as our new GM from San Francisco. Will, let's go into it. Bob Myers obviously was GM. He was GM in basketball, but he is largely credited for putting together that dynasty of the Golden State Warriors, drafting Klay Thompson, drafting Steph Curry. Now, he's not going to be a GM. He's more just a special consultant just to kind of lead us in the right direction, give his 2 cents. What do you think about this move and the impact it'll have on us?
I think it's very interesting. There was talk of Josh Harris as an outside thinker, and this is an example. If he brings someone from a completely different sport and says, help us, help teach us, or look for things that you think are going to be good for us to bring in new talent into the organization. So I think it's wonderful. And like you said, the guy's a winner. He built a dynasty in Golden State that everyone, no matter what sport you play in, are going to want to be like, so what did you see? Because Bob Myers brought in Steve Kerr, who had never been a head coach before, and said, there's something about this guy that I want to have leading my team. And he gelled that talent and they added to it, and stuff. So he's, it just shows the outside the box thinking that Josh Harris has. Plus, it's kind of funny the fact that it's like, he's a owner of the Sixers. So he brings in an NBA guy. But what got me even more was, during the season, there were fans that kept saying, like, fire Ron, and what is Josh doing? He's just allowing us to lose. He's just allowing this product. Oh, no. He was working behind the scenes the whole time, because by 8:30 a.m., it's like news dropped. Here's who we got, because it was Bob Myers, and they brought in Spielman as well.
Right,
Rick Spielman. So he got an organizational talent consultant, and he got a football consultant. To lead these owners and say, okay, what here's the direction we should be looking at. So I thought was really cool.
Now, real quick, I just want to jump on this for a little second. Love it. Love the pedigree. Obviously, Golden State Warriors. We've seen how that dynasty is. But there's a theme. Josh Harris, owner of NBA team. Bob Myers, NBA. Is that going to be an issue, or will that translate to the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. But again, you're also looking at, he's bringing in talent, not to run the franchise. I think the big thing, you put special consultant on there. He's not asking him to be the team president. He's not asking him to be involved in football operations and tell me what personnel are we going to bring in. But he's looking at it from a, help us with this franchise and setting our next step up. So for that, I mean, look, there's already Paul DePodesta. He's an analytics guy that's in Cleveland, and they went to a very much a number basis, and he came from the Dodgers. He had some success. I think he was with the Mets for a little bit. So it's not as if we're the pioneers of bringing in another sports talent to be a part of your organization. So, time will tell, but I think the way they're using him makes it safer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And even if there was some concern on that, the next move we made I think alleviates that concern. Washington hires Adam Peters as our new GM, most recently at San Francisco. And it's so funny. You look back to that San Francisco game and you see him after the game kind of powwowing with the team, and you wonder if he was saying, hey, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you think about this?
So it's interesting. Bob Myers, Golden State Warriors. Adam Peters, San Francisco 49ers. Could they have known each other? Could there have been a link there? I trust you, that type of stuff. Who knows? Here's the deal. For the first time in our young lives, Sean, we got the top guy in football who said, I want to come to DC.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
We didn't have to overpay him. We didn't have to give him more power the way we've had to with Mike Shanahan and Ron Rivera and Joe Gibbs and Marty Schottenheimer. But the top talent in the league, has said, this is a place where I see myself winning at. I see talent, I see draft opportunities, I see free agency. Most importantly, I see an ownership group that's going to support me. I want to be there. That's a huge deal.
That's lovely, and that's not normal around here. This being a destination for people. But look, going just like the video says, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and they have taken out the mess. And even as much as bringing in EB last year, I think people started to see the writing on the wall. Once Dan Snyder was taken out, once he sold the team, and then you start to see, okay, new owners are coming in. And yeah, to your point, everybody said, Rivera, why are you keeping these guys? That actually, to me, was something that impressed me, because he could have easily said, you're a part of the old regime, get out of here. You know what I mean? I'm starting it new. We saw Jerry Jones did that to Tex Schramm, and when he took over, took it to Tex Schramm and Tom Landry. You know what I mean? Now they had instant success, and hopefully we can also get that. But it just says something about us now that we're no longer the laughingstock. We're no longer the what's your name again? What's your name? Our name is about to be winners, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. No, and they brought in a guy that has two things. He's had success and been a part of successful franchises in New England, in Denver, and then San Francisco. But he's also just came from San Francisco, where they had to do exactly what we just did. And he said that. He goes, I kind of learned when I joined the 49ers in 2017, and we had a team that needed to be rebuilt. We had draft picks. And he's like, and I learned some of the things we did really well. He goes, we made some mistakes. He said, we had some dark seasons. He's like, but then the things we did really well that turned the franchise around. So it's a guy who's done this before. It's not just someone who's been like, well, I've always had money, so I've gone out in free agency and purchased, all these players, or I've always had, all these draft picks. It's someone who has rebuilt a franchise and how to do it. So it's a lot to be excited about.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And hey, it's the Bay Area. You know what I mean? That West Coast offense. Let's bring that into Washington a little bit. Let's see. I mean, that just says something. But look, yes, absolutely. This is a great signing, getting both of these guys. And it leaves us very optimistic on what's to come for all the things that we just mentioned.